The beggar girl saw the pink carriage and thought a rich young lady must be inside. So she happily ran up, hoping to beg the lady for a little food. But when the curtain opened, out stepped a handsome young man, and what he said next left the girl completely stunned. Right then, the young man announced to everyone that he would marry her. Just like that, the girl was taken back to the royal mansion. The steward later told her that she looked exactly like someone the young man missed. That was why he wanted to marry her. Hearing this, the girl thought she was just a replacement for his first love. She decided to refuse the marriage. But when the steward said she would get a monthly salary of 100,000, she instantly got excited and agreed to marry him right away. What she didn't know was that she looked almost identical to the enemy princess. That was the princess who had once imprisoned and humiliated the young man. He was marrying her for revenge. Whenever that enemy princess was mentioned, hatred filled the young man's heart. Even though she had been dead for 2 years, he still couldn't let go of his grudge. Back then, to help the crown prince conquer the enemy kingdom and become emperor, the young man had endured humiliation, staying in the princess's manor to gather intelligence. On the day of victory, he wanted nothing more than to kill her himself. But in the end, the princess took her own life. That left him with unresolved hatred, and now, all that hatred was transferred to this girl. On the first day after the wedding, the young man ordered the girl to kneel before him. This confused her greatly. Angered, he commanded her to kneel again. Frightened, the girl immediately knelt down. He made her kneel to mimic the exact way the princess had once humiliated him. He made her kneel like that for 2 full hours. Then he decided she still didn't look enough like the princess. So he personally applied her makeup, making her resemble the princess more and more. Only by tormenting her like this could he fully vent the hatred in his heart. The girl found his behavior very strange, but to keep that 100,000 salary, she forced herself to swallow her anger. That evening, seeing her eat reminded him of the days he was tortured by the princess. So the angry young man punished her again, making her kneel for 4 hours. Finally, the girl said helplessly that making people kneel so casually was very rude. The young man flew into a rage and yelled at her fiercely. The girl looked back at him with defiant eyes. That look reminded him of the exact expression he himself had worn when he was being humiliated. The next day, the emperor specially invited them to a banquet. Seeing the girl dressed so beautifully, the young man was momentarily speechless. At the banquet, the girl ate rudely and voraciously. Although he kept scolding her for having no manners, he still ended up putting food on her plate. The empress was delighted to see this, but the emperor instantly recognized the girl's striking resemblance to the enemy princess. He immediately realized the young man didn't truly want to marry her. He was just using her to get revenge on the princess. After the banquet, the girl was enjoying the garden scenery when a local bully came over to harass her. He not only demanded she kneel and bow to him, he even accused her of stealing the jewelry she was wearing. The girl directly stated that she was the young man's wife, but they didn't believe a word she said. Just then, the young man arrived in time. Seeing him, the girl threw herself into his arms and complained they were bullying her. Hearing this, he stepped forward and taught them a harsh lesson on the spot. Life in the mansion was getting better for the girl. Though tormented by him every day, she now had endless delicious food and even received rewards. She even wrote down all the foods she craved daily on a piece of paper. She was even drooling a little as she wrote. When the young man saw the long list of delicacies on the paper, he wasn't angry at all. Instead, he ordered the servants to cook every single dish for her. And after these days together, he had already grown to like her. The next day, wanting to repay his care, the girl decided to take the initiative to sleep with him and have his child. This immediately made the young man blush with shock. Thinking he might be into something more exciting, the girl deliberately took out a whip and started waving it around. That action instantly made the young man remember being bullied by the princess. In that moment, filled with fury, he was ready to kill her right then and there.